Alright guys, so it looks like today is going to be a Pepe 2 versus the Pepe. It's the battle of the frogs. Either way guys, I think this is a much needed recap because we haven't done this for a little while. And as we can see, let's start off with, well, before we start with Pepe, let's take a look at what's going on in BTC. And yes guys, we are still bouncing off around about this level over here. It's not until when we break down below here, then it could be at least a cause for concern for the short term, because if we do go much further and we break below the yellow support line to reach down to this level, then it looks like there'd be a continuation breakdown to around about 52k per Bitcoin, maybe even 50. So yes guys, it's gonna be a pretty seismic earthquake coming still for the crypto space. Look at that, at least 19, maybe 20% down for BTC. That'd be quite hideous actually, because it would have a massive impact on things like Pepe2 and Pepe. Because as if we haven't noticed already guys, we've done all this crazy drop down action. We formed almost this rounding bottom, but instead, because BTC went down, it then dragged this along with it. So that means if we zoom in a bit more, the support line has been changed slightly. Well, yeah, let's say this is like an all important area right there, or anywhere between there, doesn't have to be precise. Once we do bounce into the zone, then we should be expecting almost an immediate return up, depending what happens to BTC, of course. So in terms of the percentage it drops from the current price down there, it's not that great deal amount. It's only 40%. So if we do see this movement BTC dropping back down to around about 52k, around about down here, that should at least give us a clearer indication and confidence that we should be heading our way back down into these levels over here, and that'd be a great buying area. Reason why? Because if we see print of multiple greens and small little green, so multiple reds, small little green there, so from the bottom to there, that would give us easily 198% move to the upside. That wouldn't be too shabby actually. So I think structurally we do need to be break down much further, because if we look to our left, it looks like we're breaking down below from here. So right now this area could act like a magnet for retest until we possibly like a retest from here to there, and then most likely head away back down below to this region. Now that seems to be a plausible move. However, if we decide to just shoot our way up from here and break above this level there, then the chart will look more on a bullish term, and we should be retargeting this area here before ultimately clawing our way back up into this lovely highs right there. Either way guys, I could still see a massive move coming in for Pepe 2 in the near future, but of course for now we're going to have to ride the wave and see just how much further are we going to go down, because that could be a nice accumulation area for us right down there. And either way, structurally this is still a better chart looking than Pepe. Pepe is one of the OG frog memes, as we all know, of course. This one looks a little bit more hideous. Reason why? Because look at this guys, as soon as we're broken down below from here, it looks like that we could be on a continuation, at least back down into this level here. Now reason why? Because that's the next level down for a possible retest, and see how we react around this zone over here. Who knows guys, we might come down there and shoot up straight away, similar to this kind of wick over here, where we might touch, clear this validation area or liquidity there to bounce it back up. If that was to happen guys, check this out. From here to there, we anywhere between 128 to 130%, which isn't too bad. So this can be looked at either like a holding portfolio where you add more to your bags as we go on the way to the ground, or at least to this level. But if you're an intraday trader, you can still capitalize on this very easily, because on KuCoin you could do spot trade, margin, as well as leverage. So yes guys, so it looks like, according to the chart itself and with the price action, it looks like it's much needed now to come back down to retest over there. So even though it's not financial advice guys, I'm just showing you exactly what I see. This area here could be a good area to load up a lot more of your limit orders, or just wait until you see physically how the price reacts in its own before you decide in terms of how you like to treat, whilst we do come back into this level over here. Either way guys, the upswing from here today is still quite a decent amount, similarly to Pepe, but I do believe Pepe overall has a better structure, and once we do pounce our way out of the zone, we still got a much larger upswing, to its all-time highs from here to there, 175, but if you measure by the wick, it's easily 338%. But all in all, these two are still going to be winners in a space. But who do you think is going to lead the way in terms of the frog memes? Do you reckon it's going to be Pepe too, or do you reckon it's going to be Pepe? Either way guys, I'll leave that for you to decide in the comments down below. Otherwise, even if we just play around here, what we can do is, if we measure right from the very top, Fibonacci here is, if you measure right from the very top down to the very bottom, yep, that's what time it is guys, the Fibonacci retracement tool time. So if you measure from a current price, we could possibly see Pepe to reach at least minimum of 2,451% move to the upside. How much more can we extend to? Who knows guys, it might be definitely worth considering this one, because one, we haven't seen a huge pump for the longest, and secondly, still got a huge upswing, still got a pretty decent community. But in terms of the tokenomics, which I haven't checked out yet, it might be the same part as Pepe, which I need to find out anyway guys. So in the next video you have all that information that I'll bring up. It will help me to at least come up with some sort of form of prediction. Otherwise, if you go over to Pepe, Mr. Pepe, once we do come back down this region, then yeah, I'll be looking for a quite big entry, well, quite big limit order right over here. Otherwise, we could do the same thing for Pepe as well. In fact, we're breaking up to its all-time high, so we could even come back down into these levels here. But rather than predicting, I'd rather react to see how the chart plays out. But why don't we anyway do the same thing with Pepe? Measure up from the top down to the bottom, bring out the measuring tool, measure from the price levels, and let's have a look guys, another 600 and maybe 730% to the top of that fib. Can we go much higher? I'm not sure guys. Can we hit to a penny? If we do hit to a penny from where we are now guys, that's going to be like absolute crazy, kind of disgusting move to the upside. It could still possibly be like $1 million makers. 192% move to the upside. Wow guys, what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's plausible for us to get there, or which one do you reckon will reach to that ascent mark first? Do you reckon PEPE2 will get there before Pepe? Well, why don't we anyway find out just how much more does Pepe need in order for it to reach around about 1 cent mark from the current price. Oh wow, still going. Looks like we've got a long way to go guys. Alright, so to get to a penny for Senor Pepe2, it looks like we could be in a region of, oh wow, yeah, I think that might be a little bit too far-fetched. But what do you think, guys? Do you reckon we can get up to a penny for Pepe2? And if you look at the percentage, wow, that's like too many numbers. I think that's easy, like a 2 million% move to the upside. That is just disgusting. I'm not so sure if we are going to see this, or even if this project's going to be around until it hits that sort of percentage. But I don't know. What do you guys reckon? If you have been long-time holders, you must know some information more than I do. Do you know about any of the latest developments or even news coming out from Pepe2? You can leave that in a comment too. But anyway, this is just a quick video on Pepe versus Pepe2. I hope you enjoyed this and find it useful and informative. And if you haven't done so already, guys, you could do me a favor, give me a like, subscribe, hit the bell notification to be updated with most of my video and contents like this. And if you haven't done so already, you must subscribe to me right there. And if you haven't checked these videos, go check them out. And I'll see you all in the next one.